Lesson 30, quadratic equations, example 6. Solve the following. X minus 1 over 2x equals 4. Now I'm going to multiply throughout this equation by 2x to eliminate that 2x there. So it'll be 2x here, 2x here, and 2x there. Multiplying each one. So it becomes 2x squared. Now this 2x cancels, we get minus 1 equals 8x. Now take that across the other side, we have 2x squared minus 8x minus 1 equals 0. So we'll have to use a quadratic formula on this one because we've got a 2 in the front. So now we'll have a equals 2. Actually, thinking about it, no, we wouldn't, would we? Because, we've got a half here now. Might as well go ahead with it. But you could use the completion of the square method. You have a little fraction in there, that's all. So I might do that after this to see how close it is. A equals 2, B equals minus 8, and C equals negative 1. Formula, x equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Good idea to say it when you're doing it because what am I remembering it? So x equals, now this will be minus 8, so watch this, that's a plus 8 now. Plus or minus square root, that's a common error. Here we go, 64 minus 4 times 2 times negative 1 all over 2 times 2, which is 4. Okay, so x equals 8 plus or minus square root of, that's going to be an 8 here, so we've got a 72 over 4. Alright, we can simplify that, that's 36 times 2, so that's 8 plus or minus 6 root 2 on 4. So we get a 2 will come out, so we get a 2 outside of 4 plus or minus 3 root 2 on 4, and that becomes 4 plus or minus 3 root 2 all over 2. Now just see, I'll just go back here and try the completion of the square method. I just saw here that we could divide through by 2. We've got x squared minus 4x minus a half equals 0. So we've got x squared minus 4x equals a half. Now what we have to do is halve this number here, which is 2, square 2, and add 4 to both sides. Okay, now this becomes x minus 2 all squared equals, now 4 plus a half is 4 1/2. Now I need to do something with this. That's going to be 9, isn't it? Looks a bit strange. It's going to be 9 on 2. Okay, so x minus 2 equals plus or minus the square root of 9 on 2. It's a bit fiddly. So that gives me x equals 2 plus or minus, now this is 3 over root 2, and that's, we'll have to rationalize this. That's going to be 3 root 2 over 2, and I put it over a common denominator, we get 4 plus or minus 3 root 2 on 2. Now I think the formula's got it, hasn't it, really? It's a bit fiddly. So as I said to you before, if this is monic, If that was a 2 there, it wouldn't be a problem because you wouldn't have fractions. But I'd say monic, even, use the completion of the square method. Otherwise, formula. Alright, now we have to solve 1x plus 1x minus 1 plus 1x minus 2 equals 0. So clearly what we have to do is get rid of all these fractions. And to do that, we'll put them over a common denominator of x times x minus 1 times x minus 2. So what's going to happen here is this one will have a x minus 1 and a x minus 2 over, and I'll just write this denominator down, saves it's a lot of writing out. I'm going to let all that equal d. I'm going to put that over a denominator of d, and this one will have to be an x minus 2 over d, and this one's going to be an x minus 1 over d equals 0. Okay, now because it's all over d, we can multiply both sides by d, and that goes out, and then we can remove the brackets. So this becomes x squared minus 3x plus 2 plus x squared minus 2x plus x squared minus x equals 0. So we've got x squared and x squared and x squared, so that gives me 3x squared. I've got a minus 3x, a minus 2x, and a minus x, that gives me minus 6x, and I've got a plus 2 equals 0. Right, now what we need to do is, again, we'll use the quadratic formula because we've got a 3 here. So a equals 3, b equals minus 6, and c equals 2. X equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So x equals minus, careful, minus minus plus 6 plus or minus square root of 36 minus 4 times 3 times 2 all over 2 times 3, which is 6. So x equals 6 plus or minus square root of, now this is going to be 4 times 3 is 12 times 2, 24, so that'll be a 12 in there. We can't leave it like that. We write this as, now it's 4 times 3, which is 2 root 3, over 6, but we have a common factor of 2. So we take out the 2, and we've got 3 plus or minus root 3 over 6, and there we have it. All 3's 3 plus or minus root 3 all over 3 are our exact solutions. Just one thing to be careful of is in an examination, if they ask for approximate solutions, then you'll have to give those, not the exact.